There, that's better. What's up, guys, and welcome back. As you can see, I am standing in my office. There is my media station. You guys have seen this before. When we first moved in, this had like those ugly green, like light green, girly looking. I didn't like those walls. So I thought I would give it a renovation. As you guys can see, I have all of the wood that I took off of the loft. I wanted to incorporate that into here. But yeah, kind of give you guys a look around here. This is kind of the media station. I'm using the camera that goes right here. There it is right there. But when it's not in use, I'll be putting it there. Kind of wanted to display my camera stuff, my stickers, my Hoonigan stuff. I put my crown on the door. So I'm trying to make this more of an office because I take this very seriously and this is a job for me. And so I wanted to have the office that was able to back it up. So, I mean, enough about the office. Today is a day that we're going to be just getting stuff done. As you can see, if I'm not working on cars, I'm working on something. I'm always grinding. But yeah, I'm about ready to head out to the garage. So let's do that. All right. And as you guys know, today is a day of just getting stuff done. Man, it's really like smoky, cloudy, nasty out here. It's probably hard to see on the camera, but I still have work to get done. And before you guys roast me, this is the VHR. Yes, it is taken apart. I'm sorry, I had to get the client's stuff started, but I'm not able to do a full like how-to on this because there's certain things with this that I've never seen before. A leak behind this timing cover, actually the rear timing cover that I've never seen, and some other like little things. So that's why you haven't gotten the full VHR how-to tear down on this engine. However, I will keep you guys up to date what I find. Check it out on my Instagram, and I'll probably keep you guys updated within the next video also. I do have another customer car. You can see that white G37 over there. I gotta do a gang of stuff. I have like fluids, oil changes, alternator, a bunch of stuff here that I need to take care of. So that's actually kind of an easy car. I do have my dude Edson, as some of you guys have seen on either Mike's video or my old video, the G35 that has the supercharger. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's kind of over there in the distance because we do have a parking problem here. So I had to kind of park it over there. But we're doing something different with that car. It is a rev up, and the engine, I don't know, there's something weird with it. I don't know what's going on with it, but we're gonna change it out. And so he does have the Vortec on there. We are still gonna be able to utilize the Vortec, but you will probably see him a little bit later. He's gonna be dropping off another one of these engines. Yes, this is another engine. It's not the rev up, it's the DE. My dude Victor actually bought this 350Z off the customer that had the G35 sedan. Sorry, I'm trying to keep like all my stuff in line, that I did the rev up to DE swap. So he bought the shell. We're gonna take this, put everything together. We have the trans and all that. We're gonna put it together and put it in there because he wants to learn how to shred and I want to shred with him. So I have to take off some of this stuff. Like whenever you get a JDM engine, usually they have cut harnesses, they have cut hoses, usually cut belts, a whole bunch of stuff on here that is just not necessary. It'd be easier if you guys would send us just the long block, but I get it. So I got to take off all the unnecessary stuff so I could put on the necessary stuff. So I have this I got to take care of today, and I know a lot of you are dying to see the 350Z. You're curious on what's going on with it, if I've driven it yet, and that type of stuff. And I got to tell you, man, I'm still running into problems. So I was on the horn with Mike the other day talking to the tuner. He was giving us some ideas, and probably when I start to mess with this, I'll pull it out. Probably Mike's gonna come over, so you guys will get to see him today. And yeah, we're gonna kind of go over some stuff and try and get that thing running properly. So before I pull that out though, I gotta move these cars because the registration on them is a little bit backdated, and that's why they're in the driveway, because if I put them out there, Vacaville's pretty tough on tickets and will write them up. So I got to keep them up here for the time being. But when I move my car down, then you guys will see, you'll get to hear it. I'll explain what's going on, and I'll explain that in a little bit. But yeah, today is just a typical, like, get some stuff done. You guys saw the office has been done. I've been working on that for 2 days, and yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so give you guys a little bit of an idea on what the engine should look like. You can see all this crap that I took off. I am gonna have to take off the flex plate, and I'm gonna have to remove this pilot bearing for the automatic trans. I have a puller, pull that out, and then I'll put the copper sleeve that goes in there. But other than that, excuse me, you can see that I pretty much have all the connectors off. I do have to take this one off also. Couple of things that they cut that they shouldn't have. They also cut the knock sensor one that I noticed, this one right here. So I'm actually gonna have to get a new knock sensor harness. Pretty easy though. But you take off, you can see there's this blue one here that goes to the front 2 cylinders. You can leave that. The harness that usually they have on here, they just cut it for the rear one. So the blue can stay. I took this off, I took this off. I took off the alternator and the power steering. The reason why I do that is because the alternator and the power steering usually come off with the car, and then I put the ones from the car back on, so I don't really need it on here. Same with the AC compressor. However, his car is not gonna have AC, so I removed that and the bracket altogether. Also, you can see that there's no harness that goes this way to plug into here. I do have to take this off, but this is like the last thing, and then it'll be pretty much empty. Then when I go to put the new harness on, I pretty much start from back here, which is at this green connector, and then I follow. I'll plug in the cam one, then I'll follow and plug in the intake, and then I'll go from here down and kind of work my way around. So this engine's pretty set to go. The reason why I'm getting this set right now is because I do have that other engine that's coming from Edson with the blue G35. So kind of clean up this area a little bit. I don't have tons of room in this garage. I am still getting used to the amount of space that I don't have. So I'm trying to make everything in line where I can put it in here neat and not be tripping over it and still have everything set for each individual job. So I'm getting this set up. I'll probably push this off to the side, and then when he gets here, then we'll put the other engine right here. Okay, so now that I've cleared out the driveway, now we will get into the Z. So, a little bit about what's going on. I am pretty sure that I either have one of two things. I need to get the car tuned. That's to go without saying. However, I might have to get it tuned because of how bad it's shooting gas out the back. So after I turned the car on, I was able to let it run and all that. But I had like a puddle of gasoline underneath my muffler. It was shot out all over here, shot out all over the wall, shot out all over this stuff. It was bad. And so we talked to the tuner, and there might be a small chance that the O2 sensor wires are actually flipped. And I know it sounds really stupid, but apparently if the wires are flipped or the harness part is flipped to the wrong side, it can dump gas. And I mean, it's literally dumping gas, raw fuel, puddles. It's leaking out the flex pipe. It's really bad. So one of two things could be going on. It could be that my intake is a 4-inch intake with a cartridge style that wasn't supposed to be that setup, and so maybe when the tuner put it in, it's not correcting for it. I haven't done anything as far as a tune goes. I've only sent it to the tuner to get the vats taken off, so it's possible that that could be it. Another really I don't know if it's like common, but it's a variable that could absolutely be going on, is I could have a leaky injector. The injector could be just dumping raw fuel in there while it's sitting, staying open, something along those lines. And so, sorry, it's like really, really hot out here. It doesn't look that hot, but man, it's like 100 degrees and it's like muggy and gross. So anyway, so I could have an injector that's leaking. We tried running it the other day, and I tried undoing the injectors to see if it would change how much of the fuel would come out the back, but there's really no way of telling. So I might have to pull the injectors, but those are a couple things that I'm dealing with right now. It could be injector, it could be tune. You can see this big intake wasn't set for the factory ECU, and like I said, nothing has been changed on the ECU, so it's possible that that could be the issue too. So I am going to roll this down. I'm not going to start it just yet. I do want to do one of the things the tuner had said. If it is maybe just a crossed O2 sensor wire, I'm going to take off one of the O2 sensor plugs and see if that changes it. Might run really rough, might fix it. I don't know what's going to go on. But for the safety and hopes that I don't blow gas all over the wall and have the house smell like gasoline for the next week, I'm going to roll it out, kind of cut it at an angle, and then when I get it down there, I'll be able to turn it on and it can make all the pollution at once. So let's get into that. Okay, so I have the car down here now. Kind of scrapes a little bit on the driveway. You can see how steep the driveway is. A couple different times I've had cars scrape up and down it, barely, but I don't see any other gas down here. There's a little bit puddle here from maybe some residual, but I'm not gonna really worry about that. I'm gonna try and jack up the front of this right here, take off one of the O2 wires, and we're gonna try that first. Get this under here. So the tuner didn't say anything about which one to unplug, if I need to unplug both of them or what. So I think I'm just gonna take off one and see what happens. So here we go. Okay, so I have that one taken off. I'm gonna lower this back down real quick. We're gonna see what happens. So good. It does smell of gas. You can see the vapors. I don't know. I don't think this is it, to be honest. I'm gonna rev it up. I'm gonna show you guys kind of what's going on. Okay, so just turned it off. You can see, look at that. It's pure gas. Gross. I'm pretty sure this is an injector issue. Taking that off didn't change anything. Still stinks. So I think that's what I'm gonna have to do next is get some factory OEM injectors, 42 pound. Make sure they're OEM from GM. These are aftermarket ones, so it's a possibility that maybe one of them stuck open. But I don't have any smell of fuel up in here at all. So I don't know, maybe the next thing will be that I talk to Jason about it, and maybe he'll try and tune it first before I go with the injectors. But I mean, that's a whole lot of gas. Stinks. I don't know. There you go. You guys can see it dripping. Okay, so I just talked to Mike, and he thinks that there's not really much more we can do right now. I might have to take the ECU out or have Jason come here and kind of mess with the tune and see if we can do something about that. I might order some injectors just to make sure, but I guess the only other thing I can do, I'm gonna plug that back in, and then I think I'm gonna just like take it down the street, come back around, and then I'll probably put it in face forward, so if we have to start it, I don't have to do that anymore. The reason why I back the cars in is because there's way more room out here to be able to work on the car itself, on the engine, that type of stuff. So but because I'm having this issue with the fuel, I don't want the house to stink, so I'm gonna take this probably down the street. I'll show you guys kind of what it sounds like. It'll be kind of a first test drive for you guys, and then yeah, we'll go from there. Okay, so here you go. Here's the first test drive that you guys are gonna get to see it. So, if nothing else, at least I'll get to drive it this one time. Just a little test drive, but you guys saw, look at that. There's so much gas, it's ridiculous. I don't want to hurt the engine. I don't want there to be anything wrong with it, so I'm not going to keep going, but at least you guys got to hear it. Man, it stinks. And I made this smoke out here way worse. Yeah, you guys come down here and look at the bottom of the driveway. It's leaking really bad. I really need to get this figured out before it actually starts to hurt anything. So at least I have it parked this way in here. That way, if Jason does come by and we need to start it, it's not going to stink the house up. So I guess that's it for the 350Z right now. I'm going to work on it this week. Hopefully we can get a real test drive for you, get some skids in, and I don't know, maybe we'll take it out to the industrial park if all goes well. So yeah, maybe that'll be in the next video. So my man Edson just hit me back right now. He said he's on his way. He's going to be bringing a new motor, and I guess we're going to park it right here. So it's starting to look like JDM engine bay. Yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, so I'm gonna wait for him to get here, kind of clean this up a little bit, and yeah, I guess put these away. Okay, so here we go. Edson's pulling up. Here's the new motor. You can see it's a DE. Keep on coming. Clean. Even though the rev up that's in there is rebuilt, I think there's something wrong with the head gasket, to be honest. So we're gonna try this one. Plus, rev ups are a lot harder to find. They're a lot more expensive. They have oil issues, and these are just so much easier to deal with. So we're gonna pull this out. We're gonna get it here, and I'm gonna wrap this vlog up. So yeah, let's get it out of there. And as you can see, now he's gone, and his engine is in here. Now I got both engines I gotta do. And so that kind of concludes today. That's pretty much all the stuff that's going on for today. I'll probably get started on this tomorrow. As you can see, we're kind of losing daylight. It's not gonna last much longer in here. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap this video up. I'm probably gonna start making another video tomorrow with the rest of the stuff that I gotta do. And all the stuff with the engine and that type of stuff too. And if I have an update on the car, because that is like priority one. You guys know I wanna drive, you know I wanna get out on the track. I think there's a track day coming up on September 15th. Me and the guys were talking about getting together and actually having a day where we can all drive together. So fingers crossed. I mean, that's coming. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up. I hope y'all been well. Hope you guys enjoyed the vlog. If you enjoyed it, if you enjoy the content, like, comment, subscribe. You guys know the deal. I appreciate you guys so much. You guys really keep me going. So I just wanted to say I love y'all and peace. I will talk to you in the next video.